no, no, backwards. I will start panicking over two. Why? Then you gotta clear all this out so you can work on tractors. The telehandler was shooting out flames. Okay, kids. Follow the brave ones. Come on. On your heads. Nope. 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 Backwards. There you go. There. They go on. Good baby. Good one. Go, go, go. Yep. Are you the last one? Come on. Good job. Hello, good day. Welcome back. It is our welcome back. We've been away for a few days. Bit of a thing happened on the second last day we were away, and I got a phone call from Carissa. Never in the how many years Carissa has worked for me have I ever got a phone call from her, so I knew it was probably not great. She said the telehandler, our brand new telehandler, a year old actually just now, was shooting out flames. So I called in some reinforcements, and by the time they got here it was pretty much out. So once again, our birds are the birds are nesting right now. So as you all are well aware, we've tried everything in this barn to get rid of birds. And because we have to open this big door every day, they don't leave. They just actually populate, and they like to nest, and they like to nest in underneath some panels that we cannot get at. So I have asked Mark a few times if I could start parking it in his shed where we can shut doors. And because this is telehandler number 2 that has caught fire, he has finally agreed to let me park inside his shop. So we had the dealership come out Monday to take a look at it. This all shook down Monday. We came home yesterday, which was Tuesday. He drew up a parts list and he's gonna come with a quote soon, hopefully. So in the meantime, we've been making do with the loader. Mark's cousin Scott, he's been helping Carissa the last 2 mornings, and then this morning I grabbed the fence and gave her a hand. So we made it work, and Carissa's a godsend, and she was able to get out of the barn and park it as far as she could before getting engulfed with flames. The bad luck just seems to be piling up this year. I don't know what I did January 1st, but hoping it's not a big fix and we get her back soon, because it is the handiest little thing, and we do feel pain when she is not functional. We are under 2 weeks before our spring 2025 lambing is due to begin. So we have been on alert with these guys, just making sure everybody gets up to eat. We are getting a little slower. We're getting very full of babies. So far no one's backed off, but what is happening is they come up, they eat, they sort of go get water. A few of them go and lay down, but Carissa said she's been watching them and they have been getting up and getting a few more bites a little bit later when there's less traffic. So she went ahead and actually opened up this second pen, this front pen. I had it empty, and she went and opened it up just to give them lots and lots of room. She said what she was finding is that if anyone bumped their little pregnant bellies, then they'd back off, they'd shy off. So gold star for Carissa in doing that. Just getting everybody a good chance to eat without being disturbed. The one thing we are doing right now is really trying to figure out cleanup times. We want the feed cleaned up when they go to eat the next morning, but we don't want it completely empty after a couple hours. We want them to have enough time throughout the day to go back and forth, especially for the ones that are shying off a little bit at feeding time. So I would say we're at least half, if not more, cleaned up from when we got fed. Now we fed late this morning, so we didn't feed till 11. And it's about 10 after 1, and I would say it's 50% gone at least. If I had my guess, it's probably like a 4 to 6 hour cleanup time, which is oodles of time for them to eat. We've made the feed very dense, so there's not a lot of volume there, but every mouthful should have a lot of nutrients in that mouthful. And that is because they're getting so full of lambs, they can only eat so much before they feel full, and they need a little bit of water, and that takes up room. So we just really want to make sure they're getting all the protein and all the energy they need to support both their babies and them, because some of them look pretty wide. The one I've been worried about, truthfully, the most is that big mama that I missed from last year, that I'm still kicking myself every day over. But Carissa said she's been great. She's like one of the first ones up to eat. So I will say that's a win. The last time she lambed, she went into labor 3 weeks early. So I think we're winning so far. If we can get her to her due date, we are really winning. Problem with being away is our house has no food. So I have to make a quick run to the grocery store midday. So I'm hoping there's no people. Is birch a heavier wood?
No.
Oh. Okay, Mark's been working on door front, like these are the fronts of the drawers and doors of the apartment. So these are doors for the cabinets. Drawer fronts, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then maybe another door.
Yep.
And another door. And more drawers. And this is birch, he said. We have to paint this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you gotta clear all this out so you can work on tractors.
Yay.
Good morning. We just finished chores. I have to help Carissa this week until we know what's going on with this telehandler. And then we have to get the telehandler fixed. So we're in pretty good shape. She did notice a couple U's that are questionable getting up. So I told her tomorrow, take a spray paint can with you in your coveralls. And if one of those U's, if you have to help one get up again, just give her a squirt so we can monitor her. And if she's down again, then I'll pull her up to the front and do a ketone test on her. Are we at 12? We're 12 days before the due date, so it's gonna happen. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen soon. If we do have one that comes down with preg tox, we have a pen already set up. So all I have to do is move her up, get her in our own little pen, and just have that for monitoring. So while I have the time and I'm not dealing with preg tox and I'm not dealing with lambs, I'm going to take the day and start preparing for the lambs. I'm gonna run up to, oh, it's recycle day. I don't think we have a lot. I'm gonna run up to our supply store and get what we need. We don't need a lot. I did a good haul, I think, for my winter lambing, and we didn't end up using as much as I thought we would. So I do need a few things I've got on my list, and then I'm gonna run to another town, the closer town to us, and get a few more pails and a few more clips. The clips seem to disappear. I don't know why or how. I think they just get played with and they snap off and get lost. So I'm gonna grab that. If I have time today, while it's sort of not freezing cold yet because the temps are dropping, I might attempt to start sort of spring cleaning the barn. It gets really, we have little spots in the barn that just pick up junk and paraphernalia, and it needs, I like to once a year at least clean those little spots out. So I think I might do that if I have time today. God, yesterday was so nice, and today is just like, it's like spring is leaving us again, and it makes me very sad. I think Miss Piper has found my ewe that is down. I'm gonna grab paint and see if I can mark her. Okay, I might actually bring her up. She is very, very weak on her back legs, but I am wondering, it almost looks muscular. But I want to bring her up, do a ketone test just to confirm that it's not preg tox. It might very well be preg tox, but she's walking like she's pinched. So we'll see. Okay. I use a little needle just to poke. There's a little vein you can catch on the back of their ear. I have a hard time finding blood on a sheep, so that's the best way. A vet tech taught me that once, and it's one of the best little hacks I've ever been given. So I'm gonna just take a little blood sample. I have this ketone tester. I will start panicking over 2. We will probably give her like a full treatment over 2. You're so sweet. But if it's like between 1 and 2, then we will just make sure she eats. Might give her glycol. And then just really, really watch. I don't know if she needs calcium right away, if she's at 1. We'll see. We'll just see what's shaking here. She's strong, which is a good sign. If you can catch them, it's not great at this point. Oh, okay. I need to step right over here if I can. Okay, she's got good veins here. There we go. Nice little. Okay. Just a little countdown there. .5. Good day to catch her. All right, we will give her some glycol. And do you need calcium yet? Do you smell yet? Sometimes when they have preg tox, they smell pretty bad. But doesn't seem too bad. I was really, really hoping we wouldn't have this, but 1.5 isn't as bad as we have had in the past. So I'm gonna take this as a bit of a win, and a bit of a win because we caught it early. So we can work with 1.5. Why? Oh, lady, you're not a very big ewe, so you just must have lots of babies. Okay, I have all the stuff. I'm just gonna treat her as normal because it won't hurt. Get out. Love that. Okay, she is treated. Good girl. You're actually better with that than the glycol. All right, that's all we can do for her right now. I'm gonna give her some water. I gave her some feed. You get out so she's not on her feed. I might give her a few pellets just so I can see if she's nibbled at something. Okay. Get with some water. Pellets. Well, I do want to spend the rest of the day out here in the barn. I just want to get sort of in a happy place. This really upset me. I had a few tears at lunch talking to Mark about her. And I just feel like with me, it's like one step forward and like 4 steps back every single time. And I don't know. The good thing is we know what to do, and the good thing is we've caught her early, but it's just this ghost that won't stop haunting me. And I do realize that Courtney has said over and over again, like, just don't get your hopes up. It takes a long time to undo damage that's been done. But I'm really hard on myself, and I just don't want to see this anymore. And I do feel bad for the moms too. Like, that can't be comfortable when you can barely get up. So she's not an overly big ewe. We are probably going to blame this on the fact that she's carrying multiples. She's very wide, but she's got a pretty small frame, so she's just putting everything into her babies. I'm going to see if she ate her pellets. Oh, she did. That's good. Pellets are gone. It's a good sign. That's all we can do. Keep her eating, keep her drinking, treat her, and keep her on her feet. Anyway, what I was saying is I'd like to get this barn a little less chaotic. Through the winter, things just get thrown to the side because we're usually snowbound. Like, we can't move stuff, we can't clean stuff, we can't barely get to the dumpster. So I still have my Christmas tree here. I'd like to get rid of her. We'll put her in the garage now that I can get to it. I couldn't get to it. It was like we had mounds of snow everywhere. So I'm gonna put it away. I'm just gonna clean up around this bin, put my, I think Carissa tried, but I wanna put my boot bottom underneath, auger bottom there, and just clean up over there. I did clean the bags up a couple weeks ago, so they look a little better. But yeah, just a lot of spring cleaning needs to get done because today is the first day of spring, which would be more exciting if it wasn't snowing now. Okay, I've been chatting with Courtney, and she wondered if I could scan the ewe and just do some history checking, see if she was first cycle when she lambed last year or second cycle, and how many lambs she had last time, or if we had problems with her at all. So I'm going to, oh, she got up on her own, that's good. So I'm just gonna scan her and we'll go to the office and just see what her history is saying. Okay. And sometimes history doesn't really tell you much. So she lambed the end of the first cycle. In fact, I think she was one of the last ones of the first cycle. Last April, let's see. So she was born she lambed April 6th. And then it looks like the second cycle started April 13th, about a week later. She only had a single. But the single was huge. Single was a 14-pound lamb. So that actually tracks a little bit. What Courtney has sort of advised me to be cautious of was A, if they were second cycle, because they were fed too long, they were fed a lot of food. And B, like, how many lambs did she have? And because she had a single, she was probably overfed, because we feed sort of based on the average number of lambs, which is usually around 2. Yeah, so in this case, we perhaps overfed her in that first go. Was that her first lambing? I do wonder that. I dug a little bit deeper. She has lambed twice. Her first lambing, she had twins. First cycle, all looked okay there. I didn't have any notes wrote down for her, so I'm assuming all was well. And then her second lamb was last April, first cycle, but it was the last lamb of the first cycle, and it was a single. So she's had twins and a single. Okay, so she has no real history with preg tox. She's not a very old ewe. She was born in 2022, so she's only 3 years old. The math isn't really mathing, except for last year maybe overfeeding her when she only had a single lamb, and that lamb was really big. So that's the only thing, whether we sort of accumulated a little bit of extra that she didn't need, and it's kind of, you know, haunting us now. On her body, I don't see that excess on her back end like I sometimes do. I don't know, maybe she's carrying 4 lambs or something, but the history shows that at least I haven't missed anything blatantly obvious. So the only thing I'm gonna tell Courtney is she did have a big single last time, and we'll see what she says. I'm gonna move some sheep around. I want some more of this pen for my ewes that are lambing. So I'm gonna move this group into this pen. These ewe lambs there's not near as many, so I think shut. There's a gate down there. I might shut and put those guys at the back. Put these ladies on this side, and they have a nice big pen on this side. We're just gonna switcheroo, and then I can open this side up for my lambers.